Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with a new chapter, that is resources. What are resources? Resources is anything that satisfies a human needs. For example, when you look around, there are a lot of things which are a resource for you. In fact, each and everything is a resource for you. The electricity that you use in your houses is a resource for you. The water you drink when you are thirsty is again a resource for you. The vegetables that you cook, the vegetables in that are a resource for you. The textbooks you read, the phones you use, everything is a resource for you. Now all these resources have some utility or usability. Now any object or substance has its own usability or utility is a resource. Fine? Now for example, the clothes I am wearing right now is a resource for me. Why? What utility is it giving to me? They are covering my body and also I look presentable in them. So that is a utility to me. Now all these utility have some value. All these objects, all these substances have some sort of value. Now what does value means? Value is worth, right? Now, some objects have economic value and some objects have non-economic value. Now, economic value, for example, the phone you are using has some sort of economic value to it. The pens, the textbooks, all these things you go and purchase have some economic value to it. There are things which do not have any economic value. For example, the air we breathe every day does not have an economic value. And the sunlight that we receive every day, but it is satisfying our needs, does not have an economic value to it. Okay? Now resources are majorly of two types. That is natural resources and human-made resources. So we are going to talk about natural resources first. Now natural, by its name, it suggests we are talking about nature. Anything which we are getting from nature is a natural resource. And when we use it without any modification, without any human interference to it, it is known as natural resources. There are some resources, natural resources that we can directly use, and there are some natural resources for, let's say, minerals. When we have to extract these minerals, we have to use some tools and technologies with us. Now let's talk about human-made resources. Again, the name suggests human-made, which is made by the human. Now, there are some natural resources which we cannot directly use, that need some sort of modification or some sort of human interference to it. For example, the papers you write on every day. Where does it come from? It comes from the trees. We know this, right? So, these trees are taken to the companies, let's say the manufacturing companies, and then the final products comes out as paper which is usable by us, right? So, these are called human-made resources. Now, human-made resources we see when we look around every day, the buildings, the roads, the parks, the bridges, all these are human-made resources. In fact, the technology that you are using, it is changing every day. What is it? It is also a human-made resource.